Elevate all the way, I'ma get you high like vibes. Cash in the pocket like rhymes. I'ma keep it laced, no ties. Lit like city lights, I'ma shine bright like night. Sky, sunrise, all the way up, that's right. Bitches loosen up, that's tight. But don't post about last night, bitch, don't post about last night. I don't wanna drink, I wanna
from the rear, trying to choke the breath out my lungs, so I duck, dodge, then I dip, triple front flip, my way out the depths of the slums. Dreams never came to life, prison was the price to pay for my class A crimes. The rage, I put it on page, took it to the stage, hype trying to blast A time. Heed these words, spoken by a wise man, follow my path, see through my eyes, and you'll come to find, you must keep God first, sight for the blind, it's not just a hard verse knocking, from the bins to my homies on the blocking, getting money in the spot straight clocking, this goes out to you, the whole world's gonna feel what I'm about to do, let's go. No hope for the future of our nation is sad, but I won't shed a tear, cause I will never fear. I'm dedicated with determination. The will opens up a way, hoping and I pray my kids receive a greater education than cause I ain't gon' lie, if I ain't have talent, robbery will be my occupation. Heed these words, spoken by a wise man, follow my path, see through my eyes and you'll for the blind. It's not just a hard first knocking. From the pins to my homies on the blocking. Getting money in the spot, straight clocking. This goes out to you. The whole world's gonna feel what I'm about to do. Let's go. Got a bun B, pimp C type feel. R.I.P. See you when I get there. Check me out, I'm about to blow this year. Topping them charts, bringing home plaques. Bigging up my bankroll, stacking up racks. I do it for my sister, she's smiling in heaven. I mastered the art, now I'm wildin' with the weapon, for real.
Boom, race fans, tonight we are taking it to Dega, baby, as the ARCA series from the Relentless Racing League, the Drinkin Bros Racing Roll Tide 125 is going to kick off here in about 10 minutes. Right now we're seeing a little bit of the qualifying, or practice, my bad on that one. Seeing a little bit of the practice, and it looks like we're going to have Josh Fangor. Him and Michael Newbrough have put in pretty much the same time. Drew Holman sitting there in 3, and this is all practice times, and nothing is set in stone yet. But qualifying is going to get under here in about 8 minutes. Shooting that time, let's give a couple of shout outs to our sponsors. Make sure one of them is Martin Sports. Make sure y'all give them a look. And Whiplash Sim Cams. That'll be another one you want to take a look at. Both of them. Pretty good merchandise they offer, and the cams, can't argue with that. All right, we are back. We're looking at about 6 minutes left. We're riding right now with Tyler Shea. He is trying to put in a decent time, and we're going to have some bumping, some banging, some 3 wide, 4 wide, and I'm willing to bet tempers are flaring tonight. We're going to see some 5 wide racing. see if we can stroll down through here. Is beautiful Discord footage here, and let's see if somebody who has. Let's see if he's in here tonight. He is, and we're gonna pull them up here. We don't talk to them too much. These two big pileups, Fire Killer. I'm saying there's gonna be more than that. We are going to talk with somebody that we don't talk to too much. I mean, it was a receiving end of some unfortunate events on Tuesday night in the Truck League, but let's see if we can get Edward Moore Sr. up here, brother.
Hey, what's up?
Man, it's Dega tonight. How you
Mhm.
how you think this is gonna play out?
Oh, I don't know. I'm hoping I'm gonna go ahead and qualify. Try to step up front. Still trying to figure out the fuel mileage. See if we can make it halfway. Uh,
Well, it's gonna be 60 laps, so no
yeah,
much.
I think we're gonna have to do 2 stops.
I was just telling the viewers how we don't talk to you too much because you and me seem to have a little bit of we got tied up last week or Tuesday, so I figured we'd bring you up here.
Yeah, Tuesday after I did the update, man. I don't know. Everybody was just. I mean, they're just jumping up and down on the track, and then all of a sudden they disappeared. I'm out there by myself, and I'm like, uh oh. I just kind of hung out in the back, and I finally went in, and turned everything off, and so I just had to go in and reconfigure my graphics on iRacing, and it seemed like it fixed it. So we'll see what happens tonight.
Well, hopefully you won't be forced back
Yeah,
into
to
the
ride around the
track.
back. So
Well, all right, man. I'm gonna
yeah,
send you back down there in your north-south team
all
and
right.
let y'all devise a plan of what you got going on.
Yep, just surviving.
Well, all right, Fire Killer and Deal Racer. I appreciate y'all giving me that heads up. I can't get it all. I try to get it most. But yeah, right now we got that AWGX out esports right there sitting on top. It's Josh Vanguard. So we got about 3 minutes. Yeah, I know, Fire. It's hard to get good help, but you take what you can get. Everybody got that free money, you know. I know nobody wants to work, but that's not here or there, irrelevant. Let's see if we can. I don't think we got a Brandon in here. I know we got one out there on the track. Mr. Let's Go, Brandon Banks. Got Mike Hamlin out there running his practice laps right now. Yes, that was a shot. Two minutes left. That last lap, everybody. You can tell when people are running by themselves and when they're running together. I appreciate y'all giving me the heads up on what was right there. But you've seen that 3-car draft forming right there, and you might see a decent little time put on. Hamlin might be able to move up from the 16th in the practice, but you know, practice really don't matter. It's where you finish. Oh, and the 90 gets into the back. A little bit of buck trap on Hamlin, gets him loose coming across. Hamlin's able to control it. Now, these cars here do not like any kind of drafting. You can do it, but you cannot be right up on them. One minute before chaos assumes down here in the south. Now, I know y'all out there in chat. Y'all been following with this ARCA series. Who y'all got on this tonight? I know who Fire Killer's probably pulling for. What about the rest of y'all? North south. Yeah, I had a feeling for that one. I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna watch out for Josh Van Gore. If he can stay clean, I think he's gonna have a shot at it. Let's not forget, I believe last week's winner was Jason Hastings. All right, they fixing to start this qualifying up. We fixing to see what these guys can do. Looks like Hendricks is going to be the first one out of the pits. Wayne Swart is out there, 1-1-1. Our lone Canadian driver out there. Appreciate y'all dropping in, our northern friends. Brandon Park, he's coming out, getting ready to put his lap in. 28 out on the field tonight. And I'm willing to say there's only be about 8 that's going to finish. Edwin Morris, as we spoke with him earlier, hoping he's going to have a turnaround than we did in the truck, because our truck race was pretty bad. We both got caught up in some unfortunate events. All right, let's see who's fixing to start putting those lap times down. Drinkin Bros Racing is going to be coming out very strong tonight. There's Hendricks posting in the first time at a 52.78. Wayne Swart coming in with the 52.32. He's showing in as the 09. And this lap he's putting in, Matthew Kinley was able to knock him out of it. Matthew Kinley right now, and there it goes. It rotates back over. Hendricks snagging the pole, 51.8. We got about 2 minutes left for qualifying. It's going to end. Like there's too many trying to. Well, Hendricks didn't put it in. Nathan Fuller. Fuller able to pull up the upset. Is it going to hold him and Edwin Morris 1 and 2 as of right now? Drinkin Bros Racing, Brandon Park. He's trying to finish up that second lap, see if he can get up a little bit higher than P3. He was not able to, so it looks like Fuller 30 seconds left. Anybody else trying to get a lap in? I am seeing nobody on the counter. Brendan Schaefer, he's trying to put him one in. He's got 30 seconds. Schaefer comes in at 11th. 13 qualified, 11 did not. Hang around for the national anthem brought to us by the Hutchinson brothers. And we will get back with the grid.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming,
whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming,
and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
It's Dega, baby. Fuller's going to be on the pole. Ed Moore's going to be starting in P2. Brendan Park, P3. Let's pull that off. We're going on the side. Throw the sound back up. I'm sure you want to hear these cars. P4 is going to be Edward Morris. 5 is going to be Davey Hendricks. 6 is going to be Josh Van Gore. 7th is going to be Mike Hamlin. 8th is going to be Kobe Supton. He'll get it one day. 9th is going to be Jason Hastings. 10th is going to be a newcomer, Wayne Swart. 11th is going to be Brandon Schaefer. 12th will be Matthew Kinley. 13th is going to be Drew Holman. So we get that roll through there a little bit. It ain't wanting to, so we're just going to take that out. 15th is going to be Tony Cavett. 16th, Brandon Banks. And Mike Hamlin's already shown he's crashing. 17th going to belong to Michael Newbraw. 18th, I'm swapping it up on me. Giberson's going to be in 20th. Tyler Porsche is going to be 21st. Leonardo Bonina is going to be in 22nd. $19 of y'all out there. I know y'all ready to see some good racing here at Dega. We got 24 on the field. How many laps till we have our first caution? Nathan Fuller, Ed Morris, Brendan Park, Morris and Morris on the inside or the outside. Father and son duo. Davey Hendricks along there on the outside. $60 laps to go. Dega will not disappoint. I'm 100% sure. You can see they're starting to warm up right there. Pace car's getting out of the way. He knows it's fixing to be bad. Coming into that restart zone. There they hit it. Let's see who gets the jump and who is sleeping. It looks like Fuller might get a little bit of an edge on him on that one. Father-son team on the high side trying to push, trying to make some room and let Hendricks get up there with them, and they are shifting and changing around already. We can see that battle is starting to break up towards the back. We're seeing it 3 wide already towards the back. Everybody seems to be taking a little bit. Hendricks is trying to make his way and get up there by his teammates, but he cannot get moved up to the high side. That front pack looks like it's trying to make a run. You got Josh Vanguard and Kobe sitting there on the high side. Edward Morris and Senior. And Nathan Fuller on the inside. Wayne Swart at 09. He has put himself up in a good 6th position. Let's take it back towards the back as that backfield's kind of broke off a little bit. That draft's probably going to end right there is who is going to be in the bubble, keeping those packs together. And that's going to be that 55 of Brandon Schaefer. Schaefer is keeping Kinley and Banks. Back towards the front, everybody seems to be holding their line. Nobody's getting risky. 3 out of 50. I was wrong. I thought it was 60 laps. Inside is forming better than the high side, but that inside line is not making any leeway. Edward Morris Sr. and Edward Morris both 1-2. Fuller on the inside. That high side's trying to crank it up a little bit. Looks like we got one that's already came into the pits. It's leaving right now. It's going to be Drew Holman. And I hear somebody snuck in here with me. Who would that be?
Oh, you know, that's me.
That is the man of the hour, Mr. Tony Frey. Tony, it's been pretty clean, but we're only 4 into 50.
Yeah, the number 6 lost his internet connection. That's why he was in the pits. He got reconnected and came back out. Seems like pretty clean racing so far. Double wide, 4 rows back.
Yeah, I think it's too early right now for them to start risking the biscuit, trying to make it spicy. But you know what? It's Dega, so I know we're going to have some pucker moments tonight.
Oh yeah, it'll definitely get spicy later on in the race. Everybody right now, I imagine, is trying to mind their P's and Q's until the end.
Now, we've got a new one out there, and I don't know much about him. Maybe you can give a little information on him. Wayne Swart.
I am not entirely sure who that is, to be honest. I have not been monitoring the Discord a whole lot the last couple days, so that's very possible that it's a new driver. But I am not 100% certain.
He's hanging in there, especially in the company of where he's at right now in that top 5. Josh Vanguard, the one I said to watch, he's got out front of him. Him and Kobe. Right now, I'm going to say right now you got Tyler Fachet and Gatlin Downey being some of your biggest movers right now. So Tyler's working that draft real good to his advantage. And look at Tyler trying to go down to the inside, but Kobe's going down there to beat him to it. Now I heard something during practice. Oh, there it goes. Oh, Hendricks caught up in it. Chris Wade just caught up in it.
Oh, Davey clipped somebody when he came back on the track. I think that was Davey.
Jumping back to it real quick. Somebody got into the wall and then got in to Hendricks. See if we can get a right view here on it. See what happened on that one. Back it up just a tad. Oh, looks like Schaefer may have gave a little push there to the 3.
Yeah, these cars are not really all that stable with the bump draft, so it doesn't take much.
And the 13, not the 3. I apologize for that one. And that shot the 13 of Christopher Wages down into Hendricks.
I believe they're teammates.
That they are, and that's going to be interesting. Discord right now.
Hate to be in that meeting tomorrow morning.
Let's see, anybody else got caught up in that. It's not, it was only about 2 or 3. Hendricks. Yeah, Riggs, you spoke too soon. Viewers curse. The caution did not come out. Everybody kept going, so that's going to... Barney may be asleep.
Yeah, these big tracks like this, if there's a wreck and nobody's on the track, it won't throw a caution if people get out of the way by the time that they are able to get back to those cars.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be pretty pretty consistent. I ain't going to say clean because I ain't going to let it come back on me. Looks like
Yeah, it looked like we had some issues with a car blinking back there about a half a lap ago. 2 cars were inside of each other after the car appeared back on track.
And you know that's got to be one of the scariest things to be driving, and all of a sudden you're seeing yourself inside another vehicle.
Oh yeah, especially at a super speedway where you can only see off your, a few feet in front of your front bumper when there's another car there, and then that car disappears. You have no clue where they're at.
I am not seeing anybody really making any wild moves.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see a whole lot yet. Like I said, pretty early on, 10 laps in.
Tempers ain't flared yet.
Not yet. I mean, we did see some action already, but I think it'll settle back down a little bit. It's not a whole lot of cars out here, or a whole lot of cars bunched up, so that should make it stay green for a while anyways.
Well, Fuller and Bangor are trying to work that high side against Park and Kobe.
Coming up on a lap car here, this could get interesting.
It looks like lap car is giving respect where it's due, staying high. You can stay off the wall and not shoot down.
And that there's the right thing to do. You don't want to check up a whole line and cause a major crash because something happened to you early on. That's
Here we go. We've got a blinker and we've got a 3 wide.
Yeah, but
There it is.
Ooh. I was gonna say he's out there all by himself. I don't think he's gonna have a whole lot of momentum up there.
I'm gonna think that was Matt Kenley. So pretty good holding on to it on that one. That could have been bad.
Definitely.
So what lap do you think we're gonna see the big one at? Oh, we got some smoke.
Oh,
There's smoke.
Yep.
There's a caution.
It looks like Brandon Schaefer was involved.
Looks like it's out. Schaefer to see. Looks like had Leonardo threw up a thing also. Let's see if we can find Schaefer. Bounce back and see what happened there. Oh, looks like the 90. A little bit of a draft and a little too much. We got Schaefer loose.
I'm not sure who that 90 car is.
He is not showing up on SDK. Cody Kinsey.
Okay. You must just have the wrong number on then, huh?
Well, that wasn't the big one, so I'm kind of let down. Looking back to the field.
Oh, it's coming. Don't you worry. But this is kind of an interesting point for a caution here because I can't imagine these guys are going to be able to run, more than, say, 25 laps. So from here, you go and pit, fill her up with fuel, one more stop, and you can make it to the end.
Yeah, I was talking to Morris Sr. earlier about it, and he was just seeing how long of a fuel run they could do, and they may have to make it 2. So that caution coming out right now, that might shift a little bit of things up.
Yeah, I think it definitely is going to put them in a window, and it's also going to give these guys that got caught up early the opportunity to get the wave around.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be quite a few wanting that, get that damage fixed.
Yeah, it looks like we had the lucky dog and 3 others stay out.
It's going to put Park up in the lead right now. He's going to be on the outside. He's going to have Colby on the inside of him. Drinkin brothers are looking to, I'm pretty sure, take this win tonight. We're going to bounce around for a moment. 14 of 50 in the book. Cody Briggs jinxed it with the viewer curse and brought out the first caution.
Cody. Is that the new thing there from Fire Killer, the Cody curse?
I think it might be. Well, at least you wasn't involved in it this time, Cody. We're winding it down since we got a little bit of time here, Tony. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 races away from the playoff start. Is anybody in your mind that may sneak it in there?
Man, I don't know if there's sneaking them in there, but I think I know, we know who our front runners are. We got those Drinkin Bros racing guys. They're up there right along with Davey Hendricks, so I think it's going to come down to those guys for the championship.
Tonight just didn't help Hendricks being caught up in that wreck. He's trying to get caught around. He may have got that car fixed up. It didn't look like it was too much of a damage, but these ARCA cars, any little bit of damage can completely throw off the whole game.
Yeah, but the front end's pretty straight aside from the right front fender. So I think he'll be all right. He probably won't be able to lead laps, but I think he'll be all right in the draft.
Well,
You know, if he can,
luckily it's draft dependent.
and if he can kind of sit there, even a couple rows deep, you never know what's going to happen on that last lap. So I wouldn't take him. I wouldn't take him out of this race yet.
No, definitely not.
Cody Riggs says 2 minutes of required repairs from the couch.
All right, we're going to try it again. We got 13 in the books of green. How many you think we're going to go this time?
Oh, I think we'll get a pretty good green flag run here. I wouldn't be surprised if we hit a green flag pit stop, to be honest.
Well, there it goes. And it looks like everybody up front was sleeping on that one.
It's like that inside line's getting a run off the corner there.
Yeah, it formed up real nice. That high side just completely disintegrated.
Yeah, it didn't help when that 09 car dropped from the top line to the bottom line. That left a pretty big gap there, and that's going to give the advantage to the bottom line.
But you really can't blame him. He had the room, and that line he was in wasn't moving. So,
Oh, absolutely. I would have made the same move.
when you got Morris who's trying to form something up on the high side.
Yeah, I think he's going to need a little help if he's going to make that work. He's kind of waiting, looks like, on Kobe to get to that bumper to kind of help him out there.
I was gonna say he's got him a good little group back there behind him.
They're trying to do that two-car tandem on the top line there, and it looks like they may be making progress. They'll probably lose a bit in the corner here, but they may gain it back on the straight stretch coming out of the corner.
I'm not sure if Vangor is just easing out or if he's waiting to drop down to the inside, but he kind of dropped back from that top pack he was running with.
Yeah, I guess I'm not sure what. Maybe he was just kind of riding.
Gave him enough room for Hamlin to shoot up top. That top line is starting to form something, Tony. They may have something coming on this backstretch.
Yeah, and they're a little tighter, it seems like, than the bottom line. So that should help the top line out, get the advantage here, and potentially, if they wanted to, they may be able to drop down to the low line.
One of my scariest things driving at one of these super speedways is getting stuck on the high side. I do not like that high side because if something goes bad, you have nowhere to go.
That is very true, at least on the bottom side. If you have to send it down on the apron to avoid it, you have a little more track surface. And super speedways, seems like any wreck that happens, they slide up the track before they slide down.
And I didn't forget you, John Boy Rex. Thank you for coming in with that follow. You came in right when the caution did, so it was sidetracked. This front pack is about 10 right here, 10, 11. They're not giving each other any room for error.
Yeah, but they're keeping it clean, so.
think Cody Riggs may not be wanting to talk anymore.
He's probably afraid. We scared him.
Tell you what, that battle up front is, it's not disappointing, but we're going to drop back towards the back. We've got Agent James Bonfire coming to that follow also, man. We appreciate it. We're looking back here with Banks and Brandon and Brandon. They're leading that. Well, they're about 2 back in that second pack. And if that second pack can form up, they've got a good amount of guards there, Tony. They can catch that front pack.
Oh yeah, if they tighten that group up just a little bit, I think you'll see them catch this front pack real quick. See Kobe gets in the wall a little bit here. That's going to kill the momentum on the high lane.
Yeah, that high line is completely gone. And that second pack back there, and that's got what? I believe it's Tony Cabet leading it.
I believe you are correct.
Well, it was. Looks like they're starting to split up themselves. So this backpack may be catching up with the compliments of Kobe slowing it down a little bit.
Yeah, looks like Drew Holman's leading that second pack now.
They're going to catch them within the next 2 laps or so. Well, never mind. They're catching them right now.
They're there.
They're there.
Looks like they scattered a little bit to kind of break that run up so they didn't get stuck with nowhere to go.
Nightmares on the high side. We need to copyright that real quick. Remember here, y'all. 6/8/2023, Nightmares on the High Side. If you ever see it anywhere, you know me and Tony came up with it. We're the original founders of it.
Yeah, this front pack got kind of scattered here. Oh, 50.
Gonna be Schaefer.
5 or 56.
I think that was gonna be Schaefer.
Yep, that's 55. He hit the wall pretty hard.
This has not really been Schaefer's race. Apparently he started the drinking a little too early.
He's got the same luck as me at super speedways. It just doesn't work out. Kobe's making a charge back up for that lead position. Car in the wall back there. He pulled it off the wall and continues on.
Everybody just scattered on that one.
Hello, Jeremy.
Well, how you doing, Joe?
Mind if I join y'all?
You in the race? Why not?
Yeah, I'm gonna load up and watch it right now.
That rear pack kind of got scattered. So now we almost have 3 packs here.
Yeah, about top 8. They ain't changing too many positions.
Nah, they're just kind of one lane will gain a little bit, the other lane will gain a little bit.
Leandro is up 18 spots, fixing to break into the top 5.
It'd be nice to see Leandro get a good finish, maybe even a win tonight. been having some good runs lately.
It's like Matthew Kinley still got that blinking issue.
You know, looking at everybody though, you know, about halfway through the race, you know, you do have that first pack has about 12 cars, 13 cars in it. Yeah, I'd say a little bit more, about 16, 17. Who do you think is like in the best position maybe right now? Like, where do you want to be in this pack with about 20 so laps to go?
Man, I honestly, I don't even think it matters at this point because they still need to stop one more time. So I don't think it's going to benefit you too much from being in the lead. I don't think it's going to benefit you being more towards the rear of the pack. What's going to make the difference is getting on and off the pit road.
I think the only difference that really it could make is if you're leading, you do obviously use more fuel, so you're able to have a more, you're able to change up your strategy a little bit more, do something a little bit different, and maybe stay out a couple extra laps. And who knows, maybe a caution will come out and you'll get a big advantage from it.
Yeah, but you do that, you almost got to have people stay with you, you know?
Yeah.
But I will say I don't think they're going to have. I think the window is not necessarily fixed. It's very open just because of when that first caution happened. I believe the pit window may actually be open right now. 21 laps to go. That seems like a realistic number. I can't say 100% certain what their you know lap count is on a full tank of fuel. But you know, 20 laps to go, about 16 on this run right now. So I think the window's open now. It's just getting with the right people to have some draft when you come off pit road.
Drew Holman looking a little out on the bottom. I'm wondering what's happening with Drew.
I'm not sure. He just disappeared on my screen.
Yeah, he went down the bottom. Looked like he was about to wreck on the apron, and now he's coming down pit road. Got a good looking paint scheme on the 6. Following after you in the Cup Series.
Hey, got to represent.
Davey, however, man, look at his rear end. It's really caved in on that right rear.
Got some damage on the right front as well. And now he's 2 laps down, so that's going to be tough to recover from. 20 laps to go, he would need multiple cautions to be able to get back up on the lead lap. That's going to be a tough one.
Best case scenario for him is that Cody goes another lap down or gets in a wreck where he'd be able to get a lucky dog.
Yeah.
Hey, Leonardo, he's trying to form something on that high side by himself.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a few cars behind him now. And I honestly, I don't see a huge difference here as far as, 4 cars versus 8 cars in your lane. Seems like with 4 cars, they're able to maintain and maybe even gain a little bit on corner exit.
Well, the high side can be fast, and they typically in iRacing, you can get a lot of fun off the high side. If you have people up on the high side that know what they're doing, the high side can beat the bottom pretty well.
Oh, absolutely.
Coming around the lap car, big jerk from some of the people in front.
That was a close one there.
You don't need to be that jerky getting around Drew like that. Could just kind of calmly come up, but I don't know. They all managed to make it through. But yeah, Leandro up in the 3rd right now, and I'll tell you, Leandro comes out with some good paint schemes.
Yeah, he does.
See if we can take a closer look at that paint scheme.
Oh, we got a caution. Drew Holman.
Man, he just got absolutely packed by the Brandon Parks, and then got packed again by Matt as he was spinning.
I think Drew might have been a little bit underpowered.
Matt's probably going to be out of the race too.
Yeah, I think that's pretty terminal.
Yep, map Toad. And Drew Holman does not look good either. He's really crunched up in the rear. Well, pit road time. Everyone coming down for 4 freshies and enough gas to make it to the end.
Oh, you may see some people take 2 here, but I mean, I'm not sure how significant tire wear is in this car at this track. But if it's like any other super speedway, tires are not that big of a deal. So it may save them, a little bit of time on pit road by taking 2.
Right,
I
right
think the
there in the
thing
cockpit with Thorns, and he got a good shout out sponsor of that 6 Viagra card.
Oh yeah, he definitely got a good view.
I think the one good thing that if you take 4 is in this car. There's a lot of horsepower to the rears. I would say if there's a lot of restarts, a lot of cautions, a 4 tires would not be that bad because then you'd be a little bit better on the restarts if you have to spin them a lot.
Yeah, it's probably a little safer, as far as that goes. But I guess it depends on how much you value track position at a track like this.
It looks like he was right there at that pit window.
Yeah, they'll definitely be able to make it here from here with enough fuel to do a couple green-white checkers.
All right, well, let's see if anyone wants to take 2 this time. I'm keeping an eye on Josh Van Gore right now. I'm going to see if he's going to come out with any strategy.
We definitely had some people take 2 tires there. We had to have. There's 4 cars that beat out, well, at least 2 that came out ahead of where they were before.
It looks like everybody's sitting around 14, 15-second pit time, except for Brandon Parker, who he's sitting at a 9.
Yeah, that was a 2-tire stop.
That's your 2 tire right there.
I guess that just goes to say that he values that track position more than he values the tires, which may be a good call in the end. Well, I guess we'll see here.
Nathan Fuller trying to kill a cone. Should black flag him and disqualify him for that?
Giberson just rashed. I wonder what that was about. This car is moving real slow.
I'm looking. I mean, I don't see anything that would be wrong.
Well, I see a lot wrong. 17 to go. Nobody's going to have to pit. It's going to be balls to the walls.
I mean, if you get in a wreck, you're going to have to pit, though. And I think we're going to have at least one more big crash before this ends. There's going to be a lot of hungry guys, too, that are going to be going for the wins, too. You got like Kobe, Benini, Nathan, who has not been having a strong season, Little Ed, Josh, Van Gore, Gatlin Downey, Tyler Forsh, or Morris Sr. There's a bunch of guys here that are going to be hungry and they're going to be trying for the win. Especially if they're not in a position to be in the playoffs.
Guys, I'm going to tell y'all what. Y'all better watch it, though. If we get 1 or 2 more cautions, Hendricks is going to be back on that lead lap.
Yep, but he will still have to stop for fuel.
And Leonardo is just stopped on the track.
I'm assuming he got a penalty.
He might have. I mean, he's still staying.
Not showing anything here. I guess I don't know what's going on there.
Maybe he had a malfunction.
He fired it back up. He may have hit the kill switch. I so want him to get a podium so we can interview him.
Yeah, and Leandro, he's one guy that I don't know. Would he be eligible for playoffs if he got a win? He's only got 3 starts.
I would have to go back and look and see what he has for drop weeks and whatnot. But there is a rule that says that you have to be at a certain position and points for that eligibility to that win to be eligible, as
Because
well
right
as
now,
minimum participation requirement.
yeah, because right now he's in 26th in points.
Yeah, and his car may have just shut off because he's coming back up to where he was at.
Yeah, it looks to be that way. Looks like gonna he's gonna fall in there
But
right
you know,
behind Kobe.
take some guys who like are really close in points though. Like Josh Van Gore, he is on the bubble on points. He's in in points right now. You got Gatlin Downey, who's in 12th. He's not going to win the race, but even Tyler Forsch, 18th in points. There's a lot of guys who would be in there. Edward Morris, even. He's in 6th, but not a comfortable 6th. So there's a lot of guys who would really like to cash in and be guaranteed in the playoffs. You know, keeping that in mind too. There's 6 different winners that we've had so far.
Yeah, and super speedways, you know, anything can happen here, so it's hard to have continuous winners at super speedways. It seems like.
So if you get a win in ARCA, do you automatically get a championship berth?
If you have a win, you do advance to the championship rounds.
So yeah, you know, with that being said, there's 6 different winners. There's only 2 spots left, and I would assume that, you know, 1 or 2 of the guys wouldn't be able to based on like their points situation.
There is a little grace window in there with I'd have to read the exact verbiage of it, but it's something along the lines of top 8 and race winners who have completed a certain amount of races. So potentially you could have more than 8 in the championship eligible.
I gotcha. Yeah, close it out. Doesn't want to load back up again, but man, look at Leandro. He's trying to make that high side work and lead it. Got Nathan on his rear.
Yeah, it seems like that inside line, though, is just starting to get a little more momentum and pull away a little bit.
You know, I'm sure Kobe is wanting that to stay like that so he can get in.
The only 2 people I would assume that wouldn't be eligible would be Dusty and Cody Kinsey, due to the amount of races ran. As Cody's only ran 2 and Dusty's only
3
ran
wide.
3.
Fuller's throwing it outside.
Yeah, and I think he'll be able to get some momentum there. I just don't know if he'll be able to complete it. It all depends on if somebody goes with him, which it looks like he does have a little bit of help there.
I think he just can, if he can just hit a nice slide draft on the 11, he might be able to, you know, get a run, slow him down, or just tuck him behind the 11, go in there for just a second, and pull back out. He might try to pull back out right here. I mean, you can definitely tell he's thinking about it the way he's like driving right now. He's thinking about it.
Got Kinley all over the place, deciding on which side he wants to go with. Him and Schaefer getting in each other once again. Schaefer's car, that's not Schaefer's, yeah, Schaefer's car is loose as all get out, and Fuller's trying it again on the high side.
And it seems like he's got a little bit more momentum, but I don't think the timing was right there, because it seems like in the corner, the higher you go, the more you lose, just a little bit, but you do gain it on exit. So maybe that's a move that you try to do once you're in the center, you know, in the middle of the corner.
Leandro catching back up to 24. And it looks like the 11's thinking it'll come out of line too. Maybe the 59 will go with the 11.
High side's forming, Tony.
It is definitely forming, and they're able to maintain with that bottom lane. They'll probably gain a little bit here coming off of the corner, but they're going to give up a little bit on entry.
And right now, the inside line's not getting a lot of help. Look at the gap between Morris and Van Gore. I mean, they're pretty much getting no help from the 89 right now. The 89 needs to really get closer if that inside line's going to go faster.
But they're also generating a push by Morris you know, laying back like that and then closing that gap, that's also going to propel those front two cars forward a little bit.
Yeah, it does help to have more cars in line close up. Getting a little squirrely on the top here. And I think the Kobe's going to lead this lap. High side's getting at it because Van Gore is not giving the help right now.
Yeah, we're sitting at 10 to go, so I think we're going to see it start. We're going to see people driving with a little more sense of urgency.
I mean, I would say if you're in the top 6, you're probably in the best position right now. However, you do have more ability to make moves on the top than if you're on the bottom. If you're on the bottom, you're going to have to maybe force it a little bit or get in the middle 3 wide in a little bit of a sketchy position.
And if you're at the rear, you're trying to close that gap up as much as you can right now, so you're still at least in the mix when it comes down to checkered flag.
And I don't think people are ready to go just yet because we saw Leandro, went outside and was given no help.
I think he was just testing that out to see if it's something viable for later. Cost him a position, but I think he may have learned something there.
And then Parks got it back up front. Him and Kobe are going to be battling down to the back stretch.
See Leandro sticking his nose out there. I think he's waiting for that group behind him to catch him, and then he's going to jump to that high side and see if they'll follow him.
Yep. I would say the only negative at this point on the high side, if a wreck happens, you have much less space to work with.
And you're also getting cycled out. There's a possibility of somebody sticking it underneath you and everybody following.
Yeah, if you're on the inside, I'd say the top 3 are probably in a good position. If you're below 3rd in the bottom lane, you're probably not going to have a good chance to win unless you get moving. Leandro trying outside again.
Yeah, he's hoping somebody will come with him, but it doesn't look like he's gonna. Oh, he's got a little bit of help, but
maybe Mike's just gonna help him just a little bit.
Kind of seems like he might be a little indecisive as well.
Oh, here goes Fuller. And thinking about it, goes back in line.
Yeah, he tucked it back in.
Leandro is hung to dry. He's going to drop a few spots over that one.
Yeah, nobody wanted to go with him.
Too soon.
I'm actually surprised that no one's really willing to make that kind of move right now.
I think it's still a little bit early yet. I mean, I'm thinking like 4 to go, 3 to go. You start trying to make that move, and now he's a little deeper than he needs to be to make a move like that.
You don't want to make it too late though, because otherwise, you may not have enough time to make the move.
Yeah, I mean, it's all variables, but I don't know. I don't think you're going to have the sense of urgency at 6 to go from the cars behind you as you would, say, like 3 to go or 4 to go.
Well, 2 cars outside right now. It's going to be Tony, and for a moment, it was Cody Kinsey.
I think everybody's just really testing that 3rd high side to see, if their car can stick it and how that inside line, middle line is going to do when you start forming 3 wide.
I would say this though. I think we're going to have a green-white checkered. These guys look squirrely, and I think if they get 3 wide, I don't think it'll last.
Yeah, I think there's still
here one car scraping the wall. That's a 76.
Leandro seemed like he got a little bit of it too.
I'll check.
Yeah, 76 got into it, and Leandro was staying behind him. Looks like they was going to form it, but they both kind of scruffed the wall, and Leandro was on the receiving end of that one.
Definitely got the worst of it. He looks loose now too.
He went from 3rd to 17th within 2 laps.
Yeah, but now he's lost the draft.
Now he just needs a caution to get back up there. Which, the way they're going, may not seem like it right now, but when they get out of line and get going, I think there's a high chance for it. Going 200 miles an hour down the back straightaway. Yeah, here they go. Fuller's starting it on the outside.
Yeah, but now he just got hung out there too.
Oh, Kinsey with the fake move there. Duck him.
Oh,
There we
there
go.
goes Kinley. There goes Tyler. There goes a bunch of other cars behind him.
Yeah, wages as well.
Schaefer, Harborough, Quebec.
Now this is where it's going to get interesting because now there's no time. There's 2 laps, potentially 4, with green white checkers, but now you're going to see
Leandro
people
made
pushing
it through. That's what he was wanting, Tony.
Yep, absolutely.
And we're going to jump back when it started and ride with him. He avoided about 4 cars right through there.
It looked like Matt Kinley just had a weird blink and then got into contact with Josh, who was checking up for Little Ed, and then lost it.
And I think this is perfect scenario for Leandro because now he's already at the back of the field, so he can go in and get some of that damage fixed if it's affecting the car, and then not, he's going to come right back out where he was.
And it also helps him too that there's a good amount of cars in there that were damaged too.
Yep.
So he'll go up to 12th off that wreck. I mean, pretty much if you're up front, I mean, you got what you got. But if you have some damage to get repaired, or if you need something done, you take it now. I mean, I can assume that Leandro at least he'll come down to get that damage fixed. I think the 76 will get his damage fixed as well from hitting the wall.
I think there's going to be a handful of cars that go down here and get some damage fixed just to keep themselves in it, or at least attempt to.
Yep. Swart down pit road. Gatlin Downey down pit road, but I think he's waiting for someone to go by. Same with Leandro and Matt Kinley. Newbaugh. Forsch. Wages.
Yeah, I think
They're all
waiting
trying to get the blacks cleared.
I think there's somebody that wasn't able to get to pit road and they were afraid of getting the black flags, so they were instructed to just go ahead and go down pit road and the black flags will get cleared.
I think it may have been, I don't know.
Right, question. Joe and Tony. Now, on this restart, we're going to be going green, white, checker.
Yep.
Who do you think is going to be the one to throw it 3 wide on the high side? Because I've got my pick for it right now.
Looking at the lineup we got right now, I would say Fuller wouldn't be a bad choice. He is starting in on the inside though, so I'm not sure about that. I could see maybe Kivett doing that. We saw him trying poking out before, or even like Mike Hamlin. I could see Mike Hamlin doing it.
I think Mike Hamlin is going to stay on Kobe's bumper, so I think it's going to come from the car behind him.
Exactly. Cody Kinsey is who I was thinking.
Yep.
He has been putting it there and making it work, so.
And if he doesn't, maybe it'll be Ed Morris Sr.
Well, 3 left to go. We're going to give a real quick shout out to Martin Sports before we take it to that green, white checker.
This is going to be a natural green, white checkered. Oh, never mind. It will be. So we have 2 chances. This is going to be the first chance. If we get the white flag, it will be the end of the race.
And in all honesty, I wouldn't be surprised if we do get the white flag before they start mixing it up too much, just because everybody knows that if they don't get that white, the race will continue on. They'd rather have that white come out and secure the position at least.
Yep. So, looking at the positions right now, There are some guys who are definitely hungry. They need a win. Uh, see if the standings will load back up again. You know, Kobe, I don't think he's hurting too much, but you know, he's still in a position where, you know, if a couple more guys win, you know, he could get knocked out. Brandon Park, you know, he's all right too. You know, he's in fourth, but he hasn't won either. Ed Morris hadn't won yet, and that's surprising that Ed Morris hasn't won yet. Ed Morris is strong. You know, Mike Hamlin though, he needs a win. 21st in points, win would do a lot for him.
Yeah, but I think he's dedicated to Kobe here. I think he's just going to stick with Kobe. And if they get out to a lead, then maybe he'll try to make the move on Kobe, but I don't think he's going to come off that bumper until then.
You know, Kinsey, I think he's already won once.
What
Yeah,
it's
he's
coming
28th,
down
he's already
to.
won. Four, I know he's hungry. Was really good last season. Hasn't gotten anything. Senior wants to win one real bad. There's a lot of hungry drivers in that top 8, or even the top 10.
Well, fellas, it's about to get spicy.
We'll see how many tow trucks we might have to dispatch.
We'll keep our eye here on Cody Kinsey, as he is the one that we think is going to be, and he is pushing Hamlin right there on the back end of him.
And it seems like you can get away with that a little bit better in these Gen 4 cars. Ooh, that could have been a bad wreck. 11 pulled out and then pulled back in. Van Gore has the outside if he wants it. Yeah, there he's going to go with it. And Josh Van Gore, you know, he is probably the hungriest person right now. Here's Cody, make it 3 wide.
Yeah, it's just he
He's
doesn't
gonna
have
take
any
with
help.
him though. Van Gore, he's thinking about it. Kinsey's gonna come out. I think Van Gore, he'll go with him if Kinsey just gets a little bit closer.
Not until after the white. Now he might.
Van Gore needs to make that decision fast, because if he doesn't, Cody might lose the speed. He's either going to do that, or he'll stay in the position and wait to pull out.
There he goes.
There he goes.
Making the move. That slowed Kobe up significantly.
Yep. Van Gore is going to have to get an
Wide.
absolute big push right now, but he's slowing down.
Yep, there's just not enough momentum out there. Oh, Fuller into Kobe.
Yeah, they're still getting loose
Wreck
back there.
behind him. Gonna hand this over to the 33.
Ed Morris pulling out, though.
Oh!
He wrecked him.
Who got it at the line? Who got it?
Morris Jr.
I'm showing, yes, I'm showing Morris. Cars mayhem in the back.
Well, the 33, the 7 just bumped him just a little bit, sends him in the 4th. I would be a little salty if I was that 33 car.
Man, that 33 car was back end was sideways before just coming through that trioval. I feel like he was already on the edge. You can just see that back end starting to come around.
Well, yeah, he hit the 7. The 7 hit him. That's why.
No, before that, before the 7 even touched him.
Wind it back to that last pit, or that last, yeah. See what we can see here. You see the mayhem in the back.
Looks like Fuller may have came up or Kobe came down. Then Morris looks like he was going outside to avoid and just got clipped by the 90.
Man, I don't know if the 7 actually touched him or not. I can't seem to get a good camera angle on it.
Man, look at Leandro flip.
I'm not thinking he touched him.
Leandro looking like Rusty Wallace about 25 years ago.
There might
Actually, more than
have
that.
been a tad of net code.
I think you're right. I think there's gap there yet.
Woo, what a finish. They did not disappoint. Morris burning it down. We'll get him a good view of it. I believe that's going to be Morris's first win of the season.
It sure
will be.
is.
Morris takes the win. Banks P2. Mike Hamlin P3. Brandon Park P4. Wayne Swart. Good showing from the rookie. Top 5. Josh Vangor is going to be in 6th. Gatlin Downey 7th. Tony Corbett 8th.
Yeah.
Matthew Kinley 9th. And Edward Morris Sr. running out their top 10.
Yep. And Leandro comes across the line 17th after flipping 9 times in the infield.
9 times.
Yep.
I'm not going to take nothing away from Morris and his celebrating, but let's see. He has got the speed going. Oh. Somebody needs to notify his next of kin. Trunk's open, but he did stick to landing.
Yeah, and then you roll it back across the line.
Well, let's see if we can drag him up. P3 up 4 spots. Had a pretty good showing. We're going to get Mr. Mike Hamlin up here. We ain't talked to Mr. Hamlin too much this season in the podium wins, but Hamlin, man, you pulled it off.
Yeah, barely, almost. I just didn't have enough run after everything, all the carnage started. You know what I mean?
How's your underwear?
Oh, I need a new chair. I definitely swallowed part of it. That's for sure. Yeah, when the 8 and the I think 4, but he had the 24 paint scheme. When they got together, I thought that was pretty much it. To be honest with you.
Leave out of Discord?
Yeah, you're,
up?
No, yeah,
you're good,
okay.
Jeremy.
Well, take us to that last lap there, Mike. I mean, you knew you had 2 behind you that was easily going to put it 3 wide, and they even poked it a couple times.
Yeah, just all I could do is watch and manage. I think I'm not sure who that was behind me. White car 23. He kept side directing me so tight. I honestly thought he was gonna hook me. Like I was like, oh, this is gonna go bad. He just kept coming down, pinching. Which I mean, you kind of have to, right? And the guy in front of me decided he was going up, so I took the best option I had, which was go to Kobe's bumper in front of me and try to push through. So I was trying to do what I could to help him out. We're kind of part of the same team, so we work together quite well. So I was trying to make sure he kept him up as much as I could. Try to get him as many points because I'm not in the championship in any way, shape, or form, but he is. So,
Man, you got that podium off of your back, so feel a little bit better. I think next week you start going into the quarter miles or mile and a half tracks.
oh yeah, we should be good. I'm normally I can as long as we can stay out of trouble. It seems to be my issue. Can't manage to not get caught up in something or cause something myself or get caught up in somebody else's stuff. So as long as we keep the car clean, I think we'll be all right.
Man, you got those shout outs, so you've obviously earned them tonight after surviving that mayhem.
I appreciate it.
I think think you might have missed the part where he got the shout outs, Tony.
Yep.
He's a little too excited to win. Mr. Brandon Banks. We've talked to him a few times this season. We get to talk to him again. He's Drinkin Bros Racing. You know, they sponsored the Roll Tide 125 here tonight. And, you know, P2's not too bad for your team.
Yeah. So these restrictor plate races, man, is always a crapshoot. So we were just kind of sitting out back, just trying to be patient and keep the car clean. It's kind of like really the first, I think, restrictor plate type race we've been racing with these guys. So between that and the new damage model and everything for the ARCA car, we just wanted to kind of keep it clean and try to make a run at the end there. I think we just came up a lap or two short there. I tried to make a run and got held on the bottom and I just couldn't get there. But I'd say, yeah, we'll take it second place.
Well, I'm pretty sure your teammate's not near as thrilled as you are. Is secondhand anything being said?
Nah, like I said, it's all just kind of restrictor plate racing. We just you're gonna have accidents and stuff like that happen. So it's like I said, it is what it is. It's kind of the nature of the beast with this track.
Hope to survive till the end.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, you know the routine since we've talked to you before up here. Get that list of sponsors ready.
Yeah, like I said, just my Drinkin Bros Racing guys. I said they all did pretty well tonight. We were all kind of on the same strategy. I was trying to get to Cody there at the end to kind of help him, and I just couldn't get to the high side. But to them and to you guys for doing the broadcast and everything for us, it's and all the admins and stuff to put on this every week. It's appreciate what they do, and like I said, going next week and try to get another one.
Right, man. Congratulations on that. We're going to send you back down to your team and let y'all devise a plan for next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Well, he finally got one of those monkeys off his back, and I'm pretty sure that whole team, North South, is pretty happy right now. But the question is, we've got to ask, Ed, did you give him the bumper or was it net code?
I don't know. I mean, I pulled once the outside cleared, I waited just a little bit, and I really felt like I waited just a bit too long to make my move, and I pulled up on the outside of him coming through the tri-oval there, and I seen him go left. I almost like he got hooked on the right rear, and I couldn't see what happened, so I didn't. I mean, I was staying close. I was going to try to pull the side draft on him and pull him back. I could have gotten into him if I did. I didn't mean to. I don't like winning that way. I don't race that way. So if it was on me, if I touched him and caused him to turn like that, I apologize to Brandon. Man, he was fast. He was running strong. We were working really good together there toward those ending laps there, pushing, and I wanted us to come across, and I wanted to beat those other guys, even if that was me then pushing Brandon across the line. But I had the opportunity to go for the win there, and I went for it. So if I got into Brandon, I apologize. I didn't mean to.
Well, I'll tell you from our perspective, we could not get a clean camera view of it, but it sure looked like it was close. Whether you did or whether it was netcode, it's really hard to tell. So I don't think anybody's going to hold anything against you there. But congratulations on the win, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. First one this season. We've finished in the podium quite a many times this season. Good runs for the most part, and then was finally able to get one. So we're pretty happy over here.
Well, man, you know the deal. You got shout outs, man. What you got?
I'll just appreciate everybody here at this league, all the admins, all the staff, all the members and drivers and fans, and you guys for the broadcast. Appreciate it. Happy to be here. I like racing here. I like racing around these guys. So shout out to the team, North South Racing, Matt and all those guys for bringing me over. Appreciate all those guys and all their support. Shout out to my sponsors, Extreme Scoring. If anybody out there is looking for an in-house league management system, go to extremescoring.com or .info actually. You can't beat it. The Sim Racer Hub don't even come close to it. So appreciate it to you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Well, once again, congratulations on that checkered flag tonight, and hopefully we'll see you in the upcoming races in here.
Will do.
Tony, you heard him there openly admit he did. It was non-intentional, and he did apologize. So that says speaks a lot in volume right there.
Yeah, man. I mean, I didn't see anything that looked bad there. I looked at it from just about every camera view I could, and I honestly couldn't tell you if it was net code or if it was slight contact. But I will say that Brandon's car looked a little squirrely, so it may have just been the air and it just snapped it loose. It's hard to say.
Well, that's super speedway racing, I guess. Everybody's friends until coming out of turn 4 in that trial. Well, then it's every man for himself. Whether you do it clean or dirty, win's a win.
And it was nice to hop in as well and get about the last half of the race done with y'all. Nice to pop in there with you too.
Well,
It was a fun end of the
Tony,
race.
next week we are at, let's see if I can get this up here before you drill me on it, Texas.
Yep.
For the Steers and Gears 100. God, Josh Van Gore makes they're hoping to slip up. I know what they're doing, but how do you think we're going to take it next week down to Texas?
Man, I'm not sure. I have not driven this Gen 4 car at Texas. I'm not sure, how much of a handful it is, but Texas is one of those tracks where it's a lot of fun until that turn 4 wall gets you.
It's kind of got the Charlotte feel to it, and after they leave Texas, we'll be going to Charlotte, so they're going to get the same track pretty much almost. But that's going to be the All-Star race on the 22nd.
Yep. That should be a fun race to watch.
I thought the All-Star race was on the 28th.
Arca's is the
which series?
22nd.
Oh, there's multiple All-Star. Oh, you're doing multiple All-Star races this year, huh?
Yeah. The
nice.
The ARCA or Gen 4 series is doing a patriotic all-star race. I'm not sure what the criteria is or if there is any criteria for that, but it's
going to be double points.
Gonna try it out and see what happens.
All right.
Well, that's just about going to do it for tonight. Joe, Tony, thank y'all for joining us tonight. And we're going to do it again Monday as the Xfinity is going to be at Laguna, and it's going to be a wild one.
I can't wait to broadcast that race. That's going to be a fun one to watch. See how many cars miss that corkscrew and launch off of it. Man, it's going to be entertaining.
I love Laguna. It's going to be a fun race, but yeah, I don't expect to be up here talking to y'all at the end of it.
Hey, keep you on track, and you never know what'll happen.
Yeah, maybe the lapped cars will cause some chaos.
Well, I will say Laguna Seca is not. It definitely is not forgiving. You make one mistake, and it's pretty much ends your night. So
it doesn't say end your night, but pretty much it's surrounded by sand, so at the least you're gonna spin.
Yep.
All right, y'all. We're going to shut her down, and we will see everybody next Monday night as the Xfinity Series is going to take it to Laguna Seca, and it's probably going to be pretty psycho. So, on behalf of myself, Joe, Tony, we will see y'all next week, and I think you got something for him, Tony.
Keep it spicy.